to the channel Nursing in Handy. This channel is preferably for the nursing fraternities to have a continuous learning in the profession. So today we'll be seeing about leadership styles. So before proceeding into the topic, we must know what is meant by leadership or leader. So who is a leader? A leader who is going to lead their subordinates in the pathway of the accomplishment of the goals. So a leader should have a certain qualities in order to possess a positive working environment and also to alleviate the conflict between the subordinates. So what are the qualities a leader should have? He should have a good communication skill, he should have a good listening skills, he should have a certain skills that is going to uplift the organizational goals and also the positive working environment. A leader who is going to lead the every subordinates, that is he is going to show the pathway, that is a positive pathway for their subordinates. And also a leader will have a various qualities like a good communication and also good commanding. Like that they will possess various good communication and also various qualities in their well-being. So we will see one by one in detail about what are the leadership styles, what are the qualities of a leader should be. So first we'll see about the introduction. Leadership is a process by which an executive directs his subordinates and influences the work and behavior of others for the common benefit of the organization as well as its members. So as a leader, he will have the qualities like he is going to show the pathway, that is he is going to make their subordinates to work in such a way for the benefit of the organization or the accomplishment or the achievement of the goals of the organization. So every employee in an organization works for the organization only and for the benefit of organization only, and in that way we are going to influence the people, that is the leader is going to influence the employee in a positive working environment. Next is definition. A leader, a person who demonstrates and exercises influence and power over others. Leaders have a vision and influence others by their action and comments. So next, a leadership, it is defined as leadership is the ability to influence other people. So a leader who is going to influence the other people by their power. So why they have power is maybe they would have other increased experiences or they have a increased proficiency skills. So these all makes them into a power, that is into a authoritative power that is going to derive the work on the subordinates. And also they are going to influence the people. So who is going to influence this? They are going to change their mind and they are going to make them to work for the organization. Next is types of leadership. So first one is intellectual leader. He is one who possesses rich knowledge and technical competence. All his subordinates listen and follow his advice because of his specialized intellectual authority. Example, financial advisor or legal advisor. So what happens in case of the legal advisor or financial advisor, they will show us some of the informations regarding the legal documents. So we will listen to them bluntly because they have the more knowledge on those legal activities. So we as subordinates listen to them due to their technical competency skill. So this type of leader is known as intellectual leader. So in an intellectual leader, the leader does a problem solving skills. By this qualities we just rely on the leader. Next is creative leader. A creative leader was a technique of a circular response to encourage ideas to flow from group to him and vice versa. He draws out the best in his followers and controls them with zeal to attain the goals. And next is persuasive leader, that is he gains faith and confidence from his followers. So in case of creative leader, he will think in a very meticulous manner and see to it that their employees follow those rules and regulations or any actions or any comments. And also they are going to influence them by making them to work for the best of the organization, that is we are going to mold them, the subordinates. Next is institutional leader, that is for example some of the leaders will be having increased experiences, so that is known as an institutional leader. That means in that institution they are in that institution for a very long period of time, so they know all the protocols, what are the functions, what are the activities it is being carried out. That is known as institutional leader. For example, the principal of the college. Next is democratic leader. That is, a democratic leader is one who does not lead but is led by his followers. That is, he don't lead it but lead by his followers. That is known as a democratic leader. That is an institutional leader, one who has a more experiences, whereas a democratic leader, he is going to lead his followers. That is the main concept of the leadership. So far we have seen about what are the types of leadership. That is the autocratic leadership, bureaucratic leadership, institutional leadership, and democratic leadership. So next is a autocratic leader. So autocratic leader is one who dominates and drives his group through a coercion and command. So institutes a sense of fear among his followers, such as leaders love power and never delegate authority. So here in this type, the leader thinks him as a superpower. So they consider their subordinates as just a mere member of the group, and they will see that they never want to delegate the authority. That is, they will not delegate the work to their subordinates. They will do by their own, thinking that their subordinates doesn't know anything. So autocratic leader is someone who always do a commanding words on them, making them fear, and just always making them in a fearful environment. That is known as a autocratic leader. Next is styles of leadership. So first one is autocratic styles of leadership. The leader assumes complete control over the decisions and activities of the group. That means he or she thinks that I am the boss. Whatever I say, you should do it. So that is known as an autocratic leader. So the subordinates should not get deviated from the commands of the autocratic leader. So always he or she is a commanding. So whatever the leader says, the subordinates has to listen. So bluntly they have to listen, whether they should not even rationalize the decisions. They should not even follow any scientific principles behind the activities. Next is the characteristics of this autocratic leader is firm personality, insistent, self-assured, and very dominating, and has high concern for the work than the people who performs task. For example, so someone is telling like ma'am, I'm just having this health issues, so I'm not able to attend, means they will say no, you should attend at any cost, you have to attend. So that is a autocratic leadership. So advantages: efficient in time of crisis, easy to make decisions by one group, and less time consuming. It is useful when it's only who the leader is experienced, having new and essential information. For example, in crisis situation and all, we cannot ask each and everyone's point. So one has to decide the command or information very quickly. They have to decide very quickly. In that time, the autocratic styles of leadership will give us a very benefit for the decision making. So that is the autocratic leadership. So you cannot expect each and everyone to tell their viewpoint and take the decisions, and it is also time consuming. That too, in the crisis situation, it is going to be a time consuming one. In that ways, we can use this autocratic styles of leadership during the decisions making. So next is the disadvantages of autocratic leadership is it does not encourage the individual's growth and does not recognize their potentials. So he thinks that as an autocratic leader, he thinks that he is the boss, he only knows everything, he only can perform all the tasks, but whereas he will not rely on his subordinates. He will not even ask any suggestions from their subordinates. That is the main disadvantages of the autocratic leadership. And also the subordinates will have a less job satisfaction, as if they don't know anything. They will not have any chance to improve their potentialities. And also the leader thinks that they do not have any potentials, they do not have any activities, and they do not possess any qualities of performing any task. Next is democratic leadership. It is a participative, consultative style of leadership. That means a sense of equality among leader and followers, open system of communication prevails, and interaction between the leader and a group is friendly and trusting. That means they have a mutual trust over their subordinates. So as a democratic leader, he will also ask the decisions from their subordinates and the co-workers, like what decision has to be carried out. That is known as democratic leadership. Otherwise, we can also term this leadership style as a participative leadership. That means both the workers as well as the leader, they are going to participate together in order to achieve the organizational goals or accomplishment of any task, whatever it is, whatever the function or any benefit for the organization. Everything will be done by both the employees, and the employer, and also the leader. So leader will ask all the suggestions from their subordinates. Next is the advantage of democratic leadership is encourage all employees in decision making, promote the personal environment. So it will just awaken the a sense of personal involvement among the workers. The main disadvantage of democratic leadership, it takes more time for taking decision by the group than the leader alone. So if one person is taking decision means it will be very easy and very quick, and that too in any crisis situation it is okay. But whereas in a crisis situation and all, you cannot ask each and everyone's point of view. So if you are asking like that means the process will be a cumbersome process, and in the same way it is a time consuming. So next is laissez-faire leadership. So it is otherwise known as free reign, anarchic and ultra liberal style of leadership. The leader gives all the power to the group. So that means the leader is going to be a powerless. So in simple term you can say like a dummy leader. The characteristics of leader is encourage the independent activity by the group member. This style is effective in highly motivating professional growth. That is, he as a leader is only going to motivate their workers to take any decisions. So advantages, efficient in limited situations, creativity may be encouraged for specific purposes, and try to be a new method of action. The disadvantages like does not lead to mainly if someone who is supervising our commands or any decision only, the proper accomplishment of task will be there. But whereas in this laissez-faire of leadership, it is going to create a instability, disorganizations, inefficiency among the leader, and no unity of action. So each and everyone will be telling their own decisions, their own suggestions, and the conclusion of topic will not be there. And the same way, the lack of feeling responsible to solve the problem that may arise. That is, no one will be responsible, no one will be accountable. Next is bureaucratic leadership. So in this type, leader function only with the rules and regulations. Like a leader will be like a defense leader, like this is the rules and this is the regulations, you have to follow it. For example, I am just going to do any accomplishment of task within the stipulated period of time. There is any employees who is having any health concern and all, the task will not be very flexible. It will be very stable, static, and they think that this is the rules and regulations, like this only you have to go on. So the main characteristics is it is the process of influencing exercised by leader on member of group. Its style may differ from situation to situation. So and in the same way, this is all about the leadership styles. We have autocratic leadership styles, democratic leadership styles, authoritative leadership styles, and also a bureaucratic leadership styles and laissez-faire leadership styles. So each and every leader have their own leadership styles. So you have to decide in which styles of leadership you have to move on in order to meet the organizational goals and also have a positive environment, and also what are the good qualities of the leadership. So as I am putting down the questions for you, what type of leadership is best according to your view, whether it is autocratic leadership, democratic leadership, bureaucratic leadership, or laissez-faire leadership, or authoritative leadership. So what styles of leadership is going to be benefit for the upliftment of the organizations and personal growth. So if you have any doubt, kindly drop down in the comment box. You can ask me any doubt during the comment section. Kindly like it, share it and subscribe it, and thank you for watching.